exactly. Angelin on the left here, and
it would seem.
seems like he's either taking the mulligan or just slow shuffling.
Likely taking a mulligan, I think.
Yeah. And
This Abzan deck with quite a lot of removal. I count 9 removal spells. And a whip of Erebos, interestingly enough.
does
I don't think he wants the third Sorin, so he'd rather have a...
yeah.
Because the whip isn't very good in this deck. You can get some Siege Rhino activation, and there's one Wingmate Rock. But there's not a lot of ways to actually, like... It's not like it's playing Hornet Queen, for example.
No.
There are no... Sky Wayfinders or anything like that, so I think he's mostly looking for the lifelink.
Yeah. And out of the sideboard there
are 3 blue blights. I think that it's actually
Bile, yeah. And some
assorted removal, Anissa and the Dragon Lord Remoka against control, and then 2 Reclamation Sages. Interestingly, 2 Windstorms as well. I'm not sure what those are for, but I guess maybe red-green dragons or something like that.
I think it's a bit of a leftover from when people were very fond of playing Hornet Queen.
Yeah, that's a way to beat Hornet Queen.
Yeah.
And Bileblight kind of does the same thing, though.
Yeah.
But I guess he's playing 3 Bileblights already. So.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you would want Windstorm, but there might be some matchup that he's really afraid of, like some weakness to the deck or something. Yep. This is how I like it as Abzan deck to look. This deck does something. It's a lot more proactive than the control version.
Yeah. Angelin early out of the gates with a Fleecemane Lion.
We see a Courser come down. No, actually we have it the wrong. Angelin is the guy to the... No, is he? He's running Coursers too. I didn't see those. So it's kind of a hybrid aggro control deck then.
Yeah.
Playing Courser for the card advantage mostly, I think. And it's a little bit of glare there, so it's hard to see. It might be an offense to the foremost on top of the deck.
Yeah, could be it. No blocks here. Respecting the Dromoka's command, presumably.
Yeah, which I think is probably correct. Angelin goes for another lion, getting the beats on. Yeah, that was an offense. And here we see a Fleecemane Lion off the top, so a lot of Fleecemane Lions this game. I think, sadly for Max, the first card in his hand was probably an unoffense to the foremost. So I think he has 2 of them, but that lets him trade with Reckless Abaddon. So
and he had a Siege Rhino in hand, so he was very much looking for the 4th lander up there.
Angelin draws the 3rd lion.
Yeah, and
a little bit of a land-heavy draw, I think.
Yeah, no respect for any Bile Blights here.
No. Screw that card.
And
land of the top at least for Hellström.
Yeah,
gets to play the 4th land, but
comes into play tapped.
So, no Rhino yet.
And that's,
that Rhino eventually is gonna brick wall Angelin's team.
Yeah, well, Anafensa already brick walls the team.
No, but this next turn he can attack if he wants to.
Yeah.
Do we see a swing?
Yes.
I would think
put
there's probably a double block on the Courser here.
A triple block, I'd say.
Yeah. Sorry, triple block. It's much better.
Or at least something is getting triple blocked.
Yeah. I think it's the Courser because the Courser bricks an eventual monstrous dragon, whereas Anafensa does not.
And also
she's not so strong without her family, Anafensa.
No, Hellström has an offense on top of his library as well, so he might not want to turn that on.
The lion should actually be exiled, but it's not that big a deal.
Well, it is actually a big deal because Angelin has den protectors.
Yeah, we should probably. I don't think I need to probably actually.
Yeah, we're just gonna correct that. Make sure that the lion is in the exile zone and not in the graveyard, because that's a possibility as well. That since Angelin just doesn't have a graveyard yet, the Fleecemane Lion is actually in the exile zone right now, just not. Yeah, well, we're having it straightened out here. And they're discussing what actions should be done. There's a judge over there outside, and actually Angelin drew specifically Den Protector here. And I think, yeah, the fix is to simply remove the Fleeceman line to the exile zone. And my esteemed colleague returned.
Yep. Fixing game rule violations since yesterday, pretty much. But still.
And we see maybe an attack here for 6.
Yeah, very likely. I think we're gonna see a monstrous lion.
That's a lot to commit into a potential hero's downfall.
Yeah, but his hand is so land heavy.
Well, he has a Den Protector he can develop his board with, etc.
Yeah, but it's like in this type of matchup, the Den Protector isn't really a development on the board. Like what you want to do with it is, he has a valorous stance in hand, and he's gonna want to use the Den Protector to bring that back. So I don't think you want to morph it and expose it to an eventual removal spell.
But the valorous stance protects the morph from removal.
Yeah, but you'd rather kill something with the valorous stance, like an eventual siege rhino that's gonna go down. He's not gonna do his. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's obviously better to wait against until Max's turn until.
Yeah,
that's a way better play.
Yeah, he's not monstrosing in combat. That's definitely not.
He's actually gonna cast a morph.
Yeah.
I think having a monstrous lion is pretty good, so I would probably just pass. But there we see the downfall come down.
And Anafensa exiles that.
Yep.
As well.
So still no targets for that Den Protector.
No.
But that might change now. Likely gonna see him play the Siege Rhino here. I think it's probably the most.
That's what I do.
No, actually killing the lion here. But I think we might see the Valorous stance.
The Valorous stance will protect the lion in that case.
And then he has a free monstrous too. I'm not sure I love the attack with the Courser last turn.
No. But on the other hand, if you only attack with unoffensive, you
miss out on the counter, but
and also
I mean, I could see staying home with both creatures. Like,
yeah, sure.
He actually didn't protect the lion. That's interesting.
Yeah. With Max tapped out now, he can Valor Stance and the unoffensive and basically take away an entire turn of.
Yeah, it's just that I think when you're this down on cards like Angelin are, a good way to win the game is through like an unbeatable lion.
But it's not unbeatable though.
Yeah, sure, it can be bricked, but still. Angelin draws a second Valor Stance, I think.
No, I think it's a Master of the Unseen.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yes, that's a good card.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Master of the Unseen.
Hurrah.
No morph. Interesting. I thought he would just
no, he
decided damage here.
He wants to flood the board with Mars.
I guess he's afraid of Dromoka's command. Not rightfully solo. It's not actually in the deck list of Max Hellström.
Sea Trino makes an appearance.
Yeah, that's likely gonna bite the dust. Or maybe the next turn. I think he's gonna manifest now.
Yeah.
And then
Angelin fetching a planes. Yeah, because he wants to activate the Mastery of the Unseen.
yeah.
Roar. Manifest. So unmorphed and protector, Valor stance.
I think
Swing.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Roar.
I think he drew a disdainful stroke.
Ooh. That's actually quite good versus this.
No, it was a second dam protector.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Swing for 5.
Pass turn. So Hellström under some pressure here. He still has another turn, but that's a Tasker.
Yeah.
Good card here. It's very efficient.
Yeah. He can play that and some other spell this turn due to the.
And there's another Anaffensa.
Yeah.
Unlikely the Tasker as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Delving away.
Delving away the Rhino.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that seems weird.
Not.
Oh, it's a murderous
cut. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no actual Tasker in the list, so it would be weird if he had one.
Yeah. Flipping. Llanowar Elf.
Why would he?
Elvish, because he wants to gain the life.
He nets 1 life. He nets 1 life, right? Yeah, I just thought it was a pain land, so it seemed weird. He nets 1 life of the interaction.
And also the other Valor stance here, probably taking out the Anaffensa.
Did he draw a second Valor stance?
Yep.
That's a disdainful stroke.
Yeah, okay. Still exiling those creatures.
Yep. The life gain really important of the Master of the Unseen here. It's getting him some wiggle room. That's like, otherwise, another Sea Trino.
Yeah, that's
might put him in trouble here.
Yeah, not gonna have anything of that.
No. We don't want your kind around here.
Disdainful stroke.
The rhinos are almost extinct, so that's actually very flavorful. I think I read somewhere that the last male white rhino has like a 24/7 bodyguard or something.
Cool.
Like a group of people who do nothing else. So it's like almost like a president or something.
Another land drawn for Angelin here, I believe.
Yeah.
Flipping.
A second maternal win.
Yes.
Once again, that Valor stance doing some serious work here.
Yeah. Hiya.
Hiya.
Swing for 6.
The up smash. Max Hellström down to 1 life.
Yes.
And there's the Abzan charm, but he backs it in.
Yeah.
This Bant deck seems really strong.
Yeah, well, if your opponent is stuck on 3 lands and then on 4 lands for the remainder of the game, then like most decks are good in that positions.
Yeah. And then
so some sideboardings. Arashin Cleric, not for this matchup last.
What's Arashin Cleric?
It's a 1/3 that gains.
Oh yeah, not for this matchup.
No. Encase in Ice, I could see. And
yeah, that's probably coming in.
And a Glare of Heresy, 2 Glares of Heresy.
I think Stratus Dancer as well.
You think?
Yeah, I don't see, like with this much removal, I think you bring it in. It's better than. I really like the card. Like I think it's the type of card you bring in almost every time after sideboard.
Yeah, maybe. Like, it feels like you're investing so much mana into countering stuff that might not be there.
Yeah, but you want the morphs anyway, I feel like.
Yeah.
It gives you more, like, every morph you add to the deck gives you more late game potential.
Yeah, I see. Definitely see where you're going.
And
with
it's good at threatening Elspeth too. It has a couple of utility cases as well. I think from Max's side, this is hard. I think we'll see the Dragonlord Dramoka. I'm pretty sure. It's just good having flyers in this type of matchup. And hostilities maybe is coming in.
Yeah,
The Glare of Heresy maybe.
Yeah,
It deals with the morph thing. There's not a lot of white creatures in the deck though.
No.
It deals with Fleece Mains.
Yeah.
And Ojutai, but is it a sorcery? I'm not sure. If it's
yeah.
an instant, I think you bring it in.
It's a sorcery, and I could see bringing in Reclamation Sage as well, because if unchecked, that Mastery of the Unseen will take over the game.
Yeah, maybe you bring in Glare because it's a way to deal with Ojutai as well.
Yeah,
it's like it has 9 targets in the deck, which I think is probably enough.
And also, if you're Hellström here, you gotta figure that like the if you're packing Reclamation Sage in the sideboard and against a deck that's so it seems so reliant on the Master of the Unseen.
It doesn't have a lot of targets though. I think it's might be too weak a top deck to bring in. I think I'd rather have the Glare.
Yeah, maybe. But it also deals with Courser of Crufix.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it does. It does. That's a good point.
And
that's actually probably enough to bring it in.
And also, it's quite possible that Angelin boards out the Master of the Unseens.
Yes, because he's afraid of enchantment destruction. You think?
Yeah, or like next leveling him, or maybe he sees that Max has brought in enchantment destruction in game 2, and if there's a game 3.
But yeah, I think unless you're cutting the coursers, I don't think that plan is solid.
No,
like sure you can cut all your enchantments. I could get behind that. I don't think courser is that important for you in this matchup anyway. But just cutting those seems pretty bad.
Yeah.
Do you think he brings in Nissa?
It seemed like he was thinking about it at least.
Although I'm not sure I like the removal spells that much. But maybe bringing in like 1 Nissa, 1 in hostilities, 2 glares. That's 2 reclamation stages and the Dramoka. I'm not sure about the Nissa.
Yeah, well,
I think you cut an Offensa.
I think you don't cut an Offensa because
she deals with the
Death Mist Raptors.
Yeah.
Like the Death Mist Raptors is a huge headache for the Abzan.
Yeah, maybe you cut Hero's Downfall actually. I could see going down like to 1 courser and cutting all the downfalls. Maybe the whip is coming out. That's not great. Soren seems all right. I think I would cut like the whip, some amount of Hero's Downfall, and some amount of Courser of Crufix.
But if you don't have that much removal to bring in...
But you're bringing in quite a lot of removal. You bring in 2 glares, 1 end hostilities, 2 reclamations. It's almost nothing but removal. It's just that cut, or rather the Hero's Downfall it might be good enough that you just want to max out the removal. I could see like cutting all the coursers, the whip, and maybe the Sorens.
It's also a bit awkward to like still have Death Dealers and Fleecemane Lions in the deck when you want when you're boarding in mass removal.
Yeah, but aren't those quite kind of a combo with that card? Like I view that like I want that in my deck.
But
I mean the Death Dealer is expensive, but it's also good to have that type of option.
Yeah, sure, but then you're looking at turn 6 Wrath at the earliest, and
yeah, but like your deck is so good at gumming up the ground. Like you want the Wrath is almost like a late game card for you. I don't think you're necessarily looking to exploit it early. It's more like I want to clean the board, keep this guy, and then attack for the final damage. I don't know. I feel like the way you win this matchup is by riding your 2-drops. Like because they match up so well against what's happening on the other side of the board.
Yep.
And obviously Siege Rhino, but I don't really have to say that. I feel like, but it might be that you can play it in another way that I'm not.
It seems like Max removed at least some of his Abzan charms in the matchup, which basically only has the mode of drawing cards in this matchup.
No, but it exiles the Raptors.
Oh, yeah.
I think the exile effect is powerful enough that I'm not sure I would bring them out. Because they kill almost everything you want to kill. It's only the morph guys that they don't deal with. But they deal with Ojutai, they deal with... And you can't even blank them with Valorous Stance. I don't know, I don't feel like I would cut them necessarily.
No, but
we see he brought in Glare of Heresy here.
Yeah.
The Bant deck is actually really weak to Elspeth. Interestingly, it has very few answers to that. I mean, sure you have Ojutai, but you can clean the Ojutai with an Elspeth. It's actually like has a pretty hard time beating tokens. Interestingly.
But I suppose you can just like flood the board with
yeah, I mean, sure you can run through it, but running through Elspeth is a tall order. Something you necessarily want to do. And here we see Glare biting the lion.
Yeah.
And another lion coming in for a bite. So
Yeah.
to speak. I love that card so much.
Fleecemane Lion?
Yeah, I love like early game cards that have good late game potential are the best. It's so fun to play with. And it's such a good combo with sweepers too.
And another
Fleecemane Lion.
Yeah.
Angelin stuck on lands this time.
Yeah.
But his deck
He has 4 mana.
yeah,
So
it's operational at least. He'd rather have more, but
Siege Rhino comes down.
yeah. And the disdainful stroke here.
Yeah.
Really important for Angelin. I think this would have been really hard to get out from if it wasn't.
I'd attack first here, if I'm going to.
But this way, if he wants to attack, he gets to play around. Dromoka's command.
But if Angelin commands, then you resolve your Siege Rhino.
Yeah, but he has the 4/4 lion. I don't think it's worth losing your lion to that type of thing. Then again, Angelin might certainly bring out the Dromoka's command. They're not great in this matchup.
Rower. Take 8.
He's not blocking with the lion?
Apparently not. He has plans.
Yeah, yes, I can see the whip in his hand still.
Oh, he did not board that. Wow, no, then. Well, in that case, I understand it because like you don't.
Yeah, if you have the whip, I don't think it's correct to do.
Another Siege
Especially
Rhino.
his hand is very capable of gaining life here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of life gain coming up. Provided he plays the whip next turn, that's 7. And then he can, maybe he thinks like he can just drain him out with Rhino whips.
Maybe. And Marcus Angelin finds a 5th land. Comes into play tapped, unfortunately, because he would very much like to play the Death Mist Raptor and give it haste while keeping up Disdainful Stroke.
But that is not something he can do here.
No.
He even has to tap the carrot if he wants to give it.
Exactly. So
Here we see the Valorous Stance, likely
Yeah.
killing the Rhino.
Yeah.
Take for lots more.
yes, 8 more, taking Hellström down to 6.
Yeah, Hellström takes it. Yeah, that whip in your hand making it hard to justify blocking, even though I'd rather like blocking here if I was Hellström. He'd really like to have a removal spell for that Surak. It's big dude.
Yeah,
Very,
but
very quick.
I don't like this line of play. He's playing the Wingmate Rock to get back in the game, but you
Yeah,
gotta
that-
respect those 2 untapped mana on the other
Yeah, I
side.
think when you've seen one, it doesn't really make sense to play around the other. And if the Windmake Rocks resolves, like that's a way to get back in the game.
And
I don't think his hand was really capable of doing much else there. So that's quick couple of games.
Yes.
The Bant deck takes it.
and we're gonna see if we can.
Did we get a backup match this game?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. So that we might be able to get you some more interesting action here.
Yes, it's the top 8 competitor of from the overall year race, Mikael Mattiasson. If he's not finished with this match just yet. I'm gonna take a sip of water in the meantime while you watch me.
Yeah. Look at his glorious face.
Do we have a backup match? Okay.
Så tråkigt.
Our backup match has already played their games. Maybe it was a mono red mirror.
Yeah,
those
I think Matthias is usually on mono red.
So. Yeah, tend to go by quite fast. We're gonna scout the halls for a backup feature match.
Yeah, we might.
Another one. And if so, we'll be back in 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
If there is something. Otherwise, we'll see you next round.
Yeah.
Peace out.